This game is not suitable for children or those who are easily disturbed. Hey gang, Smalarie here. Welcome back to Doki Doki Literature Club. Sorry for the delay in episodes. I just had to take a break personally because this game is really messed up. I also just wanted to get that song out. Thank you for the support on the song. If you want to see more, please let me know. I actually do kind of like writing music and stuff. But anyway, let's get back into Doki Doki Literature Club. Actually, when I first booted up, I got a message. It looks like the intro sequence that says, "Warning, this game is not for children," can change because it said, "I miss you," or "I missed you," instead. Now, I wonder who that could be saying that. But anyway. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. There really aren't any that interest me. Besides, most of them would probably be way too demanding for me to want to deal with. Guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Smalarie? Monika? Oh, my goodness. I totally didn't expect to see you here. It's been a while, right? Yeah, it has. Monika smiles sweetly. I know what you're onto. Monika, don't smile at me like that. Don't do that. I know, I've played these games before. Monika smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Yeah, and you hung my best fucking friend. Monika was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic, basically completely out of my league. So, having her smile at me genuinely feels a little... What did you come in here for anyway? I see you taking up Sayori's role. Oh, I just have been looking for some supplies to use for my club. Do you know if there's any construction paper in here? I don't know, maybe you can just materialize it. Or markers? I guess you can check the closet. You're in the debate club, right? About that, I actually quit the debate club. Really? You quit? Yeah. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. In that case, what club did you decide to join? Actually, I'm starting a new one. Scare the shit out of me! A literature club! Literature? That sounds kinda dull. How many club members do you have so far? It's kind of embarrassing, but there's only 3 of us so far. Oh. It's really hard to find new members for something that sounds so boring. Well, I can see that. But it's really not boring at all, you know? Literature can be anything. Reading, writing, poetry. I mean, one of our members even keeps her manga collection in the club room. Wait, really? Yeah, it's funny, right? Digging in through people's stuff. I mean, of course I already knew it because I knew the story. I wanted to pretend that I didn't know it. But I was on to you, Monika. She always insists that manga is literature too. I mean, she's not wrong, I guess. And besides, a member's a member, right? Did Monika just say she? Huh. Hey, Smalarie. By any chance, are you still looking for a club to join? I mean, I guess so, but in that case, is there any chance that that you could do me a big favor? I won't ask you to join, but if you could at the very least visit my club, it would make me really happy. Please? Well, I guess I have no reason to refuse. Besides, how could I ever refuse someone like Monika? Yeah. It's almost like we have, you know, free will and stuff. Sure, I guess I should check it out. Oh, awesome! You're really sweet, Smalarie. You know that? Yeah, and you're a dick. It's nothing, really. Shall we go then? I'll look for the materials another time. You're more important. And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul to Monika and her irresistible smile. I timidly follow Monika across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Monika, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. I'm back! And I brought a guest with me. Huh? A guest?
Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere.
Don't be mean, Natsuki. But anyway, welcome to the club, Smalarie. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls.
So, let me guess. You're Monika's boyfriend, right?
What? Yeah, she'd like that, wouldn't she? You friend-killing woman? No, I'm not. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, is apparently named Natsuki, is the one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. Anyway, this is Natsuki, energetic as usual, and this is Yuri, the vice president. Huh. I forgot that detail. It's nice to meet you. Yuri, who appears to be comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with someone like Natsuki. Yeah, it's nice to meet both of you. So, I ran into Smalarie in a classroom, and he decided to come check out the club. I almost said they. I mean, I'm they, but this one isn't they. Bruh. Isn't that great?
Wait, Monika! Didn't I tell you to let me know in advance before you brought anyone new?
I was gonna, well, you know. Sorry. I didn't forget that. I just happened to run into him. In that case, I should at least make some tea, right? Yeah, that'd be great. Why don't you come sit down, Smalarie? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Yuri walks into a corner of the room and opens the closet. Meanwhile, Monika and Natsuki sit across from each other. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Monika. So, I know you really didn't plan on coming here, but we'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the Literature Club, it is my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. Must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting all the effort into starting something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile, but it makes school events like festivals that much more important. I'm confident we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, Natsuki?
Well, I guess.
Natsuki reluctantly agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monika must have worked really hard to find these two. Yuri returns to the table, carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot in the middle. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I mean that, you know... I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be the pastime for me, but at least I enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. So, Smalarie, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read in these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. I think for this act, we're gonna go for Natsuki instead of Yuri. I don't remember if we're allowed to do that. I think we are. But, I would go for Sayori, but I mean... Well, that happened last episode. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wanted to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But, you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can be so deliberate, It's this line of dialogue I think I fucked up too, like before. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you through a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. Yeah, I played a horror game once. I'm playing one right now. I desperately grab onto something I relate to at a minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might be having a conversation with a rock. I didn't expect that from you, Yuri. It suits your personality. Oh, is that so? Really, if a story makes me think down, or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment.
Ugh, I hate horror.
Oh? Why's that?
Well, I just...
Natsuki's eyes started over to me for a split second.
Never mind.
That's right. You usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki?
What? What gives you that idea?
You left a piece of crap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called...
Don't say it out loud! And give it back!
Fine, fine. Natsuki, you write your own poem... Or, Natsuki? You write your own poems?
Well, I guess, sometimes. Why do you care?
I think it's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime?
No!
Natsuki averts her eyes.
You wouldn't like them.
Not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you could set an example to help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess that's the same for Yuri. We all sit in silence for a moment. Hey, I just got an idea. How about this? Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically. I think I said it right this time. Yes! After like, what, 5 episodes, I finally said quizzically right. I think. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then, next time we meet, we can all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. I mean, I thought it was a good idea. Well, I think you're right, Monika. We should probably start finding activities for all of us to do, and to participate in together. I did decide to take on the responsibility of vice president, after all. I need to do my best to nurture the club as well as all of its members. Besides, now that we have a new member, it seems like a good step forward for us to take. Do you agree with us, Smalarie? Hold on, there's still one problem. Huh? What's that? Now that we've reached the most important topic, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Monika may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made a decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and, I lose my train of thought. All 3 girls stare back at me with with dejected eyes. But, I'm sorry, I thought... Huh? The girls exchange glances before Monika turns to me. I guess I need to tell you the truth, Smalarie. The thing is, we don't have enough members yet to form an official club. We need 4. Yeah, you killed the other one! And I've been trying really, really hard to find new members. And if we don't find one more before the festival, I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? I would feel terrible for letting everyone down in this situation. And besides, the club itself is pretty relaxed. So if I'm willing to write if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls, right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Oh my goodness, really? Do you really mean that, Smalarie? Not like I have a choice. Yeah. It could be fun, right? He really did scare us for a moment. Yeah, whatever that glitch was that happened when you spoke did too. I mean, if you really just left, if you really just left her after all this, I'd been super pissed. Smalarie, I'm so happy. We can become an official club now. Thank you so much for this. You're really amazing. Screw you, Monika. I'll do everything I can to give you a great time, okay? Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone, remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monika looks over at me once more. Smalarie, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monika with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri cleans the tea set. I guess I'll be on my way then. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow then. I can't wait! With that, I depart from the club room and make my way at home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the three girls. Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monika. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer with one of the girls. All right, I just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. That's new. Oh! Oh! Okay. Right, that's not a special poem. That's horrifying. Okay. Right. Alright. I'm gonna write for Natsuki this time. Fuck, man. I'm just looking for cute words in this case. Okay. I guess that... I feel like that would have classified for Sayori. Oh, she's not even here. Right. Alright. I guess that's a cute word too. Oh! That was a word for Sayori. Oh. Okay. Hi again, Smalarie. Glad to see you didn't run away from us. I want to leave. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I keep my word. Well, I think the music just got a little fucked up. That could have been me, though. Well, I'm back in the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Right. I feel like the classroom is slightly tilted. Thanks for keeping your promise, Smalarie. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. What the fuck? Oh, come on! Like he deserves any slack. You already had the chance to be. You already had to be dragged in here by Monika. I don't know if you plan on just coming here and hanging out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't hear the end of it. I can't read the text. I know it's supposed to be scary, but I can't read the fucking text. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monika and manga. That's funny that she's... Oh yeah, the classroom is definitely being tilted. That's okay. Manga is literature! Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back in her seat. I'm sorry, Smalarie. We'll make sure to put your comfort first, okay? Yuri shoots Natsuki with a disappointed glance. Glance? I'm British now. Anyway, now that you're in the club room and all, perhaps you might be interested in picking up a book to read. Well, I can't really say no either way. Like you said, I'm in this club now, so it only feels right for me to do something like that if you ask. Wait, I didn't mean it like that. If you don't really want to, then forget I said anything, I guess. No, it's not that, Yuri. I just want to be part of this club. So, even if I don't read often, I'll be happy to pick up a book if you want me to. Are you sure? The background really is tilted. It could just be me. But it looks like it's getting closer and tilting. I just felt like, well, as vice president and all, that I should help you get started on something you'd like. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I just didn't want you to feel left out. So I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so I think you should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you want it. This is... How's this girl accidentally being so cute? It's weird, because I wrote for Natsuki, and we're doing this. Maybe this happens already, and I'm just not used to it? She even picked out a book that I think she likes, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Oh, we're back to normal, okay. Now that everyone is settled in, I expect Monika to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she's just waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. Ugh! I hear Natsuki utter an exasperated sigh within the closet. She seems to be annoyed by something. I approach her in case she needs a hand. You looking for something in there? Fucking... She never puts my stuff back in the right space. What's the point of keeping the collection organized if something else is just gonna mess it up? Something else, I said. Okay. Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked books and boxes across the shelf. Manga. You read manga, right? Sometimes. Manga is one of those things where you can't really admit you're into it until you figure out where the other person stands. The only manga I have actually ever read was... What the fuck? Death Note. I read Death Note. And that was the first one... I remember picking up the book, I was like, why is it backwards? I think it's the way they print them in, I think Japan? I think in Japan. I think that's just the way they print them backwards. And I thought it was so weird. But, the ones that I read were actually pretty damn good. I recommend Death Note. And I think it also has an anime too, and also a live action show, if I remember correctly. But I haven't checked those out. But I probably should. How do you know anyway? I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face. What's that supposed to mean? I see. There's a lone volume of manga amidst a stack of various books on the sides of the shelves. Curious, I pull one out on the whatever the fucking said. There it is! Natsuki snatches that out of my hand. She then turns to a box of manga and slips the volume right into the middle of the rest. Ha! Much better! Seeing a box set with one book missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world. I know how that can feel. I get closer to looking at the boxes she's admiring. Parfait Girls? It's a series I never heard in my life. That probably means it's either way out of my demographic, or it's simply terrible. If you're gonna judge, you can go do it through the glass that's on the door. She points to the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging or anything. I didn't even say anything. It was a tone in your voice. But I'll tell you one thing, Smalarie. In fact, Natsuki pulls out the first volume of the Parfait Girls from the box. I'm gonna show you exactly why. She shoves the book right in my hands. I stare at the cover. It features 4 girls in colorful attire, striking animated, feminine poses. It's exceedingly... Don't just stand there! Ugh! Natsuki grabs my arm and pulls me to the closet. Pulls me out of the closet. I mean, I already was, but come on, queen. She then takes a seat against the wall beneath the windowsills. She pats the ground next to me, signaling me to sit there. Next to her to... One chair seem more comfortable. Yeah, what is it with these girls and sitting on the floor? This classroom has, like, what, 80 chairs in it? You can just use those. I take my seat. Chairs wouldn't work. We can't read at the same time like that. Yes, we can. Why's that? I guess it's easier to be close together like this. Don't just say that! You make me feel weird about it. Natsuki crosses her arm and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry. Yeah, don't be a freak. I didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I can say it's particularly a bad thing. Bruh. I open the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki is once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space that she hopes I wouldn't notice. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am. Wow. How long has it been since I've read the beginning? Huh? You don't go back and flip through the old volumes every now and then?
Not really. Maybe sometimes after I finish the series. Hey, are you paying attention?
I am, but nothing's really happened yet, so I can't really can't really talk about it at the same time. Looks like it's about a bunch of friends in high school. Typical slice of life affair. I kinda grew out of these since it's rare for the poem to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. This is so cute! I love this one! I think I had this as my profile picture in Discord at one point. I love this image. Alright, are you sure this isn't boring for you?
It's not.
Even though you were just watching me read.
Well, I'm fine with that.
If you say so. I guess it's fun to share something you like with someone else. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what I mean? You don't?
That's not...
Well, I wouldn't really know. Okay, so, and nobody has friends and they're all joining this club. Oh, I get it now. It's like the gang of misfit toys from Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, and they all go to the literature club. My weird analogy is not going anywhere. I need to continue speaking as the characters.
Well, I wouldn't really know.
What do you mean? Don't you share your manga with friends?
Could you not rub it in? Jeez.
Sorry.
Like I could get my friends to read this.
Oh, you have friends. Okay, I thought you had no friends. My fault.
They just think manga is for kids. I can't even bring it up without them being all like, "Eh? You still haven't grown out of that yet?" Makes me want to punch them in the face.
I know those sorts of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who won't judge, much less friends who are also into it. I'm already kind of a loser. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitated toward the other losers over time. So you just called her a loser? But it's probably harder for someone like you.
Huh? Yeah, it's pretty accurate.
Wait, which part?
I mean, I feel like I can't even keep it in my own mind. At least it's safe here in the club room. Except Monika's a kind of a jerk about it. I just can't win, can I?
Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am, reading it.
Well, it's not like it solves any of my problems.
Maybe. But at least you're enjoying yourself, right?
So? Jeez, that's enough. Are you gonna keep reading or what?
Yeah. I'll flip the page. Ellipses. Time passes. Natsuki is strangely quiet now. I glance over at her. It looks like she started to fall asleep. Hey, Natsuki.
Yeah?
Suddenly, Natsuki collapses right in front of me.
Hey!
Oh, jeez. Natsuki, are you okay? Here. Monika reaches into her bag and pulls out some kind of protein bar. She throws it at Natsuki's direction. Natsuki's eyes suddenly light up again. She snatches the bar from the floor and immediately tears off the wrapper. I told you not to... She doesn't even finish her sentence before stuffing her mouth. Don't worry, Smalarie. She's fine. It just happens every now and then. That's why I always keep a snack in my bag for her. Anyway, why don't we share our poems now? Fuck, man. Monika is just destroying pretty much everybody. So she killed Sayori. Now she's given Natsuki an eating disorder. What is she gonna do to Yuri? Well, I know, but... Man. This game really messes me up. I told Natsuki I was interested in her poems yesterday. It's only fair that I share mine with hers first.
Okay, well, let's start off with the things that I don't like. First of all,
Natsuki rereads my poem.
Never mind. I don't feel like giving you my opinion.
That's the point of sharing in the first place. I wrote this when I could have been doing other things. In fact, I remember how much I said I wanted to read your poems. That's what I kind of had in mind when writing this. I hope you feel comfortable enough to share yours. Like Monika said.
Oh, well, I would be more comfortable sharing my poem if yours was really bad. You're supposed to be showing me some dumb poem and make me go, ha, well, it's not even that great, but let me show you what real literature looks like, and then you went and ruined it. I hope you're happy.
So, in other words, you're saying you liked it. Natsuki's retort gets caught in her throat.
You don't understand anything, do you? I already told you that you don't have to go announcing it to the world like you're all self-important.
Pretty sure you never actually said that. I say that mostly to myself. Natsuki must really hate me or something. I can't figure it out if it's a win or a loss that she likes my poem. In any case, you still need to show me yours, right?
Fine, I guess. Only because Monika will make me if I don't.
Oh, I've already read this.
Eagles can fly, monkeys blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I told you weren't gonna like it.
I like it.
What? Just be honest.
I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it?
Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff, so people don't have to take my writing seriously. But
isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid.
Yes, exactly. I like it when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can really be disheartening. So I decided to write about it.
Yeah, I understand.
But the other nice thing is about simple writing is that it puts more weight in the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme in the end, but then I made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling of the last line.
So you did. I guess more went into that than I realized.
That's what it means to be a pro. Ha! I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you?
Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is. But if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I wouldn't take that away from her. Well, Yuri, I guess. I'm saving Monika for last because... fuck that bitch. You killed my friend. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. Sorry, I forgot to start speaking. It's fine, don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it. So it's that bad. No! Did I just raise my voice? I'm so sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. Might take Yuri a while to get used to people. It's fine. I guess I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Whoa! I just punched my microphone! Hi, I'm sorry. Hello. Anyway. I didn't think anything was gonna go wrong today, but nope, had to just punch my microphone into oblivion by accident. Alright, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize as the new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and then they form fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finishes her train of thought, it's like her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that can go into writing for a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but when it all comes together with practice, and learning from example and trying new things... There was more to that. I was adding more to that sentence with my brain. Bleh. I also hope that everyone in this club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a bit biased, though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. That's fine. Not sure if Yuri's apologizing to herself or me or Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now?
Please do.
I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if it's a rare opportunity for her, which in itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't it supposed to be a literature club? Oh yeah, this is the ghost on a light, tenders from my hair, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I've read this already. I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking about that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Well, I clicked out of it immediately, so, I mean, sure. Well, I just don't really read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. Huh? That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even if it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it was our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Uh-huh. Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Smalarie. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember, the poems are often express our own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn of putting it that way. I haven't even thought about that. That's impressive. It's nothing, really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things, too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Well, she's the last one. There we go. Hi, Smalarie. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Smalarie. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's just that sort of barrier we all need to get past too soon. Yeah, that's true. I had Monika in my poem. Mm-hmm. I like it, Smalarie. Really? It's a lot cuter than I expected. Oh, jeez. No. It kind of makes me think of something Natsuki would write. And she's a good writer, too. So, take that as a compliment. If you say so. Bitch! Yep. If you're interested in Natsuki, then always keep a snack on you. She'll cling to you like a puppy. Yeah, Natsuki's dad doesn't like to give her lunch money or even leave her any food in the house, so she gets in a fussy mood pretty often. Oh. But sometimes she just loses all of her strength and shuts down. Like earlier. This is just a guess, but I think she's small because of malnutrition is interfering with her adolescent growth. But hey, some guys are into petite girls too, you know? Sorry, just trying to look at the bright side. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to be not very good. Well, that's because I just have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Not even gonna bother. So, what do you think? Very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That's just a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on timing between words and lines. And performing out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some sort of epiphany recently. It's been kind of influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that, because it kind of come off, whatever you said. I don't care. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monika's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. I'm gonna skip your dialogue, I don't give a shit. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. Music just got a little fucked up. This is the literature club after all, I say. I guess that's why I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Monika is writing something in her notebook. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange. Oh, it's this theme. I wonder how fucked this is gonna be without Sayori. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly.
What's with this language?
Huh? Did you say something?
Oh, it's nothing.
Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand.
I guess you could say it's fancy.
Thanks. Yours is cute.
Cute? Did you just completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute?
I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice.
Huh? You mean you had to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come across as nice at all.
Well, I do have a couple of suggestions.
If you're always looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Monika liked it, and Smalarie did too. So basically on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions on my own. First of all, excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Smalarie kind of liked my poem too, you know.
Kind of. I added the kind of in there by accident.
And Smalarie liked my poem too, you know.
He even told me he was impressed by it. I don't remember saying that.
Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri.
Huh? That's not what You're just... Yuri stands up as well.
Maybe you're just jealous that Smalarie appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours. Huh? And how did you know that he didn't appreciate my advice? Are you that full of yourself?
No. If I was full of myself, I wouldn't deliberately go out my way and make everything I do overly cutesy.
Oh! Well, you know what? I wasn't the...
Not reading that. Natsuki, that's a little...
This doesn't involve you!
Taking out your own insecurities on others like that.
You really act as young as you look, Natsuki. Me? Look who's talking, you wanna be... Edgy bitch?
Edgy? Sorry, my lifestyle is too much for something your mental age to comprehend.
See? Just saying that proves my point. Most people learn to forget themselves as they graduate middle school, you know?
If you want to prove anything, then stop harassing others with your sickening attitude. You think that you can counterbalance your toxic personality just by dressing and acting cute? The only cute thing about you is how hard you try.
Whoa, 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 be careful, you might cut yourself on the edge, Yuri. Oh, my bad. You already do, don't you?
Did you just accuse me of cutting myself? What the fuck is wrong with your head?
Yeah, go on. Let Smalarie hear everything you think. I'm sure he'll be head over heels, for you after this.
Suddenly, Yuri turns to me, as if she just noticed I was standing here. Smalarie! She's just trying to make me look bad.
That's not true. She started it.
Hey, Smalarie. Why don't we step outside for a bit? Okay? Sorry about that. They really shouldn't have been trying to get you involved. It's probably better for us to just stay out of this. We'll go back inside once they're done yelling. Some president I am, right? I can't even comfort my own club members properly. Well, you had somebody to do that, then you killed them. I just wish I was able to be a little more assertive sometimes. But I never have it in me to put my foot down against others. You would understand, right? Anyway, if this makes you want to spend less time with the others, then that's fine. I'll be happy to spend time with you instead. Suddenly, Natsuki runs out of the classroom. She quickly runs away. Oh dear. Well, it looks like they're done. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. Yuri is rocking back and forth on her desk with her palms on her forehead. Yuri? I didn't mean it. I believe you. I have no idea what Yuri might have said to Natsuki. Or did. Smalarie, please don't hate me. Please. I'm not like this. There's something wrong with me today. It's fine, Yuri. We know you didn't mean it. Besides, I'm sure Natsuki will forget about it all by tomorrow. Completely. Anyway, this meeting is over, so you can go home now if you want. Yuri looks at me like she wants to say something, but she keeps glancing at Monika. You can go first, Monika. I'd like to stay for a bit longer. I'm president, so I should be the last one out. I'll wait for you to be done. Well, I'm vice president, so please let me take that responsibility today. It kind of sounds like you don't want me around for something, Yuri. It's not that. It's not that. I didn't mean to get much of a chance to discuss my book with Smalarie. I didn't. It would be just embarrassing with you listening. I guess I don't really have a choice, do I? I'm Smalarie. I'm Smalarie. I'm Smalarie. That's my name. I'm sorry for causing trouble, but... Well, that happened. I think I'm gonna leave this episode here today. I need a break. This is fucked up. I love you guys. And, sayonara.